Hi, internet people. So, I literally just got back from ClexaCon today! Which is going to confuse some of you because this isn't going up until Thursday. Okay, so I am filming this video on Monday night, at like 8:30 Eastern time. I landed at 5:30 in Dayton, Ohio, and grabbed dinner in Lima, and then got home, and I decided I wanted to film this video before I did my laundry because I bought some stuff that actually needs to go in the wash. So, okay, this is my Fangirl Freakouts about going to ClexaCon. So I've already done sort of daily little recap videos over on the Nerdy Girl Express, but I thought that doing a video where I talked about more of the stuff that happened would be kind of cool. So first off, I actually had to grab a program because literally all the days have blurred together in my brain because I was so busy for 3 days. 3 days. It was amazing, but so many blended together days. Okay, so here we go. I got into Las Vegas on Thursday. I got in the afternoon and I just sort of chilled out until my friend Rachel got there. We had been talking on Twitter for a while, and we both decided to go to ClexaCon, and we decided that we were going to room together. So I was just waiting for her. It turned out that her friend Krista was there with her friend Tina, and so the four of us sort of were like kind of a unit for the weekend. So we like did some panels together. We went out to dinner a lot together, did some sightseeing together, which was really, really cool. With them, I got kicked out of a sushi restaurant. We were there kind of late, and then we had a lot of sushi left, even though it was an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and you were supposed to get charged for it, and they gave us a to-go box, so they're really telling us they wanted us to leave. I had Krispy Kreme donuts for the first time, and they were hot and fresh and delicious and amazing, and I ate them a few times before I went home, because we don't have a Krispy Kreme here. What else did I eat? I had Chicago-style pizza. Yes, I'm talking a lot about food. We also went to the Bellagio, we walked the Strip. We almost got tattoos. Yes, I was going to get the ClexaCon logo, not this big, tattooed on me, and it didn't happen because the tattoo place we went to, the guy tried to literally trace it off of an image he got from the internet, and it was awful. He couldn't even trace, like, with the lines meeting up, and Rachel knows, Lesbros and Friends, in case you didn't know. She's going to be posting a bunch of videos from this weekend at some point on her YouTube channel. But she knows people, like her family, some of them do tattoos, and she was like, no, please don't do that. So I didn't get my tattoo. I want to get it still. So if you know a tattoo artist in the Midwestern area, or I'm going to say Midwestern area because I can't really like fly back out to the West Coast to get a tattoo. But I mean, if there's a group of people who want to get ClexaCon tattoos, let me know what you're thinking. Because, yeah. Okay, so, lots of things. I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm getting very warm. So, the weekend for me was honestly amazing. This was my first con. This was my first trip. My flights down went really well, which was great because I was kind of worried since I've never flown by myself. And the last time I flew was probably, like, almost 10 years ago. And I went with a massive group from school, so, like, it's not the same because that's all orchestrated and the airline knows in advance and stuff. This is kind of a big deal for me because I was like, okay, I'm doing all this by myself. I had the hotel. I booked a hotel room by myself before. That wasn't a problem, but like I'd never booked a place and then had to get from an airport to the location. Like that had never happened. I hadn't met Rachel yet, and even though I totally was like, oh, Rachel is cool, it'll be fine. Like it's still like you have to feel out whether you're cool rooming with someone like once you meet them. Like if you've ever had a roommate anywhere, you just have to like see if the two of you get along. We did. It was great. The two of us got along really well. Nothing crazy happened. Though I did show off my lack of abs at one point, and Rachel made fun of me, sort of. Which was not mean. It was just funny and weird, and I was very tired. Okay, so Friday was check-in day. So we got there really early. We checked in. We got bags full of stuff. I really like this bag. I'm actually going to take this when I get the tattoo so they can see a black and white image of what I want. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Then, besides that, we got ClexaCon 3-day pass wristbands. If you were a VIP or staff or press, you got an actual lanyard, but we were not actual, like, we didn't have super fancy stuff. But yeah, so there was that. We also got, I have so much stuff laying on here, a Planned Parenthood pin, which my sister's really excited about. I'm also very excited about my sister, like, super supports Planned Parenthood. Like, it's her, I'm gonna call it, like, her pet charity. But she was really excited because my friends gave up some of their pins so I could give them to her. But first day, I went to creating an original web series. We were running late because the line to get in was actually kind of long, so I missed the beginning. Still really cool. It was informative. Then I went to Bisexual Representation in the Media, which was an amazing panel. The panelists were all great. They're all listed. I did live tweet these, so you can check out my Twitter for more details, but the Bisexual Representation in the Media panel was so good. It was packed. Like, it was super packed. I then went to Indie Comics Independently Feminist. It was interesting, but it felt like a panel designed more for people who are already in the comics industry, and I just like reading comics, so I tweeted some stuff from that one too, but it was more like industry stuff that I didn't quite understand, which, admittedly, I could have read the panel description and had a better idea. I just like, oh, this sounds cool. Then I went to the web series showcase in the film festival room. The film festival room did cost extra money, so not everyone went to that, but I specifically paid to go because the Leslie was being screened, which was awesome. Because I got to meet Kate Johnson, who is the Leslie. I saw her earlier in the day, which was really, really cool. Because Kate knew I was coming, and I knew Kate was coming, and I really wanted to talk to her because I think her show is awesome. We've talked on Twitter about her show being awesome before. But yeah, got to see Kate and watch 2 episodes of the Leslie. We also got to see part of Skirt Chasers and Maybelle. Those are both on Tello Films, which is a subscription web content channel that focuses on queer storylines, like LGBTQ storylines, and then they have specific rules. It's very cool. We got to hear about that channel a lot, and it's really cheap. You can subscribe for like $4.50 or something, so I need to do that. Besides those, what else do we see? Starting, I keep screwing it up. I think it's starting from now. It's like really well known too, and I feel dumb that starting from now. We saw 2 episodes from season 4. I really need to watch it because I liked what I saw. I didn't quite get it. There was also a really, I didn't know who the characters were offhand. There was a Q&A after, which was amazing. I then tracked down, I had to then try and track down Kate later in the weekend because I kept forgetting to ask her to take a photo, but we caught up with each other on Sunday. I had to dip out of part of Almost Adults, but I own the movie, so it wasn't a big deal. And we took a photo together, which was super awesome because I was really excited that she was there. I also got to meet Diana, who plays Alex in the Leslie, that day. What else did I do? I did the showcase. Oh, and then I did the Way Hot panel, which was amazing. It was crazy packed. And it was really cool, and everyone was awesome. I did not live tweet that one. I recorded it because Rachel wasn't able to go, and then it turned out that part of the video I filmed, I still haven't been able to get to her. She has the first half of the panel. I'm hoping that someone uploads it somewhere or she can get a hold of it because I'm still having issues trying to get it to upload so she can see it. Because I wasn't going to post it on YouTube. Because it's in 2 different formats. One is better than the other, and yeah. But it was really cool. Emily Andress was awesome. Just all weekend. Who else was doing Way Hot? Well, Dom and Kat, who play, Waverly and Officer Hot, were both there, and they were really fun. They were so excited that so many people were there. They answered cool questions. It was just really fun. I don't know. I feel like trying to explain it kind of, I know you probably wouldn't be like, what were all the details? But I'm just it was I'm hoping someone posted online so you can understand it more. We did get free posters. Yes, we got Winona posters, and Winona Earp is going to be, season 1 will be on Netflix in May 2017, and then summer 2017, it's going to Sci-Fi. There are going to be 3 different versions of this poster with 3 different taglines, but we got so many demons, so many donuts, so little time. There are a few Winona Earp focused panels, but that was the only one I got to go to. Saturday, I slept in a little bit. I went to Diversity in Comics, which was epic. Black Girl Nerds and Geeks Out were the panelists. It was mostly Black Girl Nerds. But they were great. They talked about comics that they had watched, shows they had watched that got them into comics. They were just really cool. It was great hearing about their stuff. There's a podcast, Misty Knight's Uninformed Afro, that got mentioned that one of them was working on. But they were saying, it was a lot of discussing how do you see yourself in comics, then seeing yourself in comics is what draws people in. So characters they been able to relate to in one way, shape, or form. But it was really cool, and they were just really fun to watch. A lot of the panels that I really enjoyed were just like the panelists were really engaging and like really talkative with each other as well as the audience, which was really cool. What did I do after that? Oh yeah! I walked around the vendors and spent a lot of money on Saturday, but I will wait to show you all that stuff until the end. I also got autographs with Natasha and Elise, and I will show you those, and they were very, very sweet. And the day that I got these, I was wearing a Kind of TV shirt and was totally mistaken for Kind of TV press. So I mean, if Kind of TV wants to make me Kind of TV press, I'm down. I would do that. I would. Okay, so I got Natasha and Elise, and I feel bad because Elise had super, like, pretty fancy big headshots, and then Natasha had like a little headshot of just her and then like the really cool Holstein photo, and I really like the Holstein photo, but I was afraid if I got her to sign her like little headshot that she would like wind up signing on her face, so I picked that one. I did give them little gifts. I had a little Hermione for Elise and hand sanitizer of vampire blood for Natasha. So I gave them stuff. They were really nice. I chatted with Elise kind of longer than I think I was supposed to because a ClexaCon volunteer was like, we need you to move on. Which is not intentional, and I like had a bunch of stuff I wanted to tell Natasha, and then like, because I'm awkward, I totally like spaced. I also felt bad because I'm like, there's so much going on, and like, everyone looked it's not just like, people were just adjusting to it being Saturday of the convention. Some people had just gotten there. So like I was tired but also kind of like jazzed because everything was so exciting. And so I was just kind of like, I watched your newest video about building a pyramid and how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So I was a little babbly. And I'm sorry. So if you're watching this, Natasha, you were great. I'm sorry I babbled at your face. So I did that. I met some really cool people. I just sort of like chatted with people that I ran into. So they were awesome, all of those people, and I'm not going to rattle off all of their names, but they were really, really cool, and a lot of them are following me, and I am following them on Twitter now, and if I'm not, you should pester me because I may have forgotten to hit follow back because my Twitter kind of blew up on Sunday, just FYI. So I did that. I wound up going to the Power of Queer Social Media, which I hadn't planned on going to, but I'm actually really, really glad I did. Emily Andrews was also at that one. Dana Piccoli, I'm gonna say her name wrong, was moderating, and she was really great as a moderator. She moderated a ton of stuff I was at and did an amazing job. And then I went to the Lost Girl panel. The Queer Social Media one, I did miss the beginning just because I wasn't planning on going, and then they were like, oh, hey, don't forget there's a thing. And I was like, oh, that sounds really, like, it sounded interesting. So I went with Tina, and it was really cool. Like, they talked about how if you're going to court the LGBTQ community as a show, you should be aware that, like, they're a very vocal fandom. Not fandom, but it's a very vocal community. I'm just sort of paraphrasing. I live tweeted it. If you want more details, you should find it. It was just like the LGBTQ community is a very vocal community, so you can't like do something that pisses off the community and then not expect them to get mad at you. I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have tweets for that. Then the Lost Girl panel was awesome. Zoe Palmer and Rachel Scars. I keep saying her name wrong because I'm dumb. Yeah, Rachel Scarston. They were so fun, and they got along really well with Emily. We wound up learning that Zoe would like to roll around in a vat of ice cream. Yeah, it was really funny. Rachel improvised her dance scene or actually redid her dance scene from Lost Girl for everybody. It was just really fun. They talked about a very theoretical movie, which actually sounded really cool. So that was Saturday. There was a party on Saturday, but I did not go. I heard it was a ton of fun though. Then on Sunday was my most hectic day because I had promised to Periscope the Almost Adults Q&A and the Holstein panel, which actually were like one right after the other, which was kind of difficult. That was the only day where I had issues with the schedule. All of Natasha and Elise's stuff was sort of squished together, like one right after the other, and because the line for the big panel room was pretty long, you weren't sure if you could get in or not. So like I kind of wish there had been a panel in between those two things, but I understand like if they had stuff they needed to do or if it just wasn't going to work that way. I get it. It just made things a little difficult, but I did Periscope it. The Periscope I took blew up. It had 1,000 views before I even left the room, but they were great. Natasha talked about buying a sofa. I really want to know what her dream sofa is. Like, is there a specific sofa she wants? Is it like a Lebowski level rug kind of thing where it ties an entire room together? They answered questions about Almost Adults, which they actually informed everyone they filmed a while ago, like during Carmilla season 1, so they like couldn't quite remember what was in the movie as opposed to what they filmed that got cut. But it was really cool. I didn't go to the Holstein meetup. I hope that was fun and that at least a couple people went. That was the other problem. That lined up with the Q&A. Like, everything for Holstein was just very close together on Sunday. The Holstein panel was great. Dana also was the moderator for that one, and she had famous lesbian couple scenes that Natasha and Elise had to do, and it was great. They did a Xena scene that was freaking amazing. I also periscoped this one. I hope you saw it. If not, I know that Rachel did film the whole thing on an actual camera instead of her phone, and she's gonna upload that in detail so you could check out the whole thing there. But it was so good. Like, they were so funny, they got along really well with Dana, they answered fun questions, they were just great to be around. So that was super cool. And then I actually grabbed lunch. I went and had shrimp tacos and wound up seeing Sarah Ramirez, who plays Callie in Grey's Anatomy, who was randomly there. She was not a panelist, she was not a guest. There are no photos of her being there unless someone super secretly took them. But she randomly appeared while I was at lunch, just walking through the casino with security, and it was crazy. But I went to the LGBTQ actresses in TV and film, and that was really interesting. They talked about what it's like being out in the entertainment community. I really went, not that the other guests were not cool, but I really liked Jessica Nicole and her work with Night Vale Productions. And she was one of the main panelists, and I just really wanted to see her because I hadn't seen any panels with her yet, so that was like the big plus for me, was just getting to hear her talk. Then did some sightseeing on Sunday night, stayed up way too late, had to get up very, very early, and got on a plane that was full of turbulence and came back to little old Ohio. But I will show off my swag real quick, super quick, because this video is probably crazy, crazy long. So I bought t-shirts. This is from LGBTQ fans, or just LGBT fans deserve better. It's a Highr'd ship shirt that has just like a ton of different ships. Oh look, LGBT fans deserve better. It has the ClexaCon logo, it has a bunch of other ship stuff, which I thought was really cool, so that's why I grabbed that. Fangirl Shirts was there, and I love their stuff, so I got a very cool Super Fangirl shirt. I have not watched the most recent Supergirl as of yet, so we shall see. I also got an I Heart Fangirls lanyard, and they also had a bunch of stickers, so I got Black Badge Division, Winona Earp, Way Hot, Peacemaker, and just a Fangirl one because I thought it was cool. I also, at the LGBT fans deserve better, I picked up some Holstein pins that I really, really liked. And then I bought a bunch of pins that are going to be really hard to show off, but they are from Roxy's Custom Funkos. Her Etsy store was opening today. And then the other pins were from, that's the website, but they have a business card. I have so many business cards. Stan Lee, who has a comic too. I have so many things. I also picked up some ClexaCon swag. I got a ClexaCon poker chip and a ClexaCon beanie. I spent a lot of money on things that I shouldn't have spent money on. I needed a bag at one point because it was very hard to carry my stuff, so I got a Strong Female Characters bag. I think that's from Geeks Out. I bought a book from Sapphire Books Publishing, and they gave me a bag with their stuff. The book I got from them was Scarlet Assassin, which has lesbian vampires in it, so I got it, and I haven't read it yet. I have read the other two things, though. I bought the Winona Earp graphic novel. The artist, where is her? Yeah, Laura Innes? I hope I said that right. Was there and signing that, and it was crazy because she's actually been to my local comic book store, Alter Ego Comics. So she says hi, in case you all are seeing this. I'll actually tell you when I go by the store. And then I bought this book called Retribution that I read before I got on the plane. It was really good. It was a murder mystery, and the main character is a murder mystery writer. I then picked up a Jessica Jones print because I don't have any Jessica Jones stuff and I really wanted it. From Kira Oh, I didn't ask her how to say her last name. Her name is Kira Bedouin. I'm sorry that I'm screwing that up. But I got that. It's probably very shiny and you can't see it. But that's all of my swag, really. I already had the stuff I'm wearing. We also went to a magic shop and I got a fortune from the same fortune teller thing that they have in Big. So there you go. I think that is everything. If you were watching this and went to ClexaCon, did you see me? Did I see you? How was your ClexaCon? If you didn't go to ClexaCon, then let's hope that they have one next year so a lot of people can go. I had a lot of fun. It was a really like comfortable environment. That might sound very isolating, but everyone was just so warm and welcoming during the convention that it was just very comfortable being around people. People were very talkative, they were very helpful. If you were having any issues or concerns, you could find someone who could help you out. There was a lot of really cool conversations. I was able to talk to people that I never would have met beyond like secretly finding them on the internet somehow, but meeting people in person who had similar interests to me was really cool. But it was so comfortable being there. Like everyone was just so nice and just accepting, and there were discussions of intersectionality and telling stories from within the larger LGBTQ community, outside of just women who are part of the community, just topics in general. That came up in a few of my panels, the diversity panel. It also came up in the bisexual panel and in the queer social media panel. I'm sure it came up in other panels, but those were the three that I specifically remember it coming up in for me. But it was really nice being able to just talk very freely about different topics that are connected to the LGBTQ community, and just have people who like genuinely were like, oh no, I think this, or like, oh no, like I understand. It was just nice having people who like understand things that you're talking about, just around you for a whole weekend. Like it was just very nice. So thank you, ClexaCon, for happening. Thank you to everyone who's there, guests, volunteers, people who set stuff up, all of the things, because you did an amazing job. Everyone was so great. It was also very chill. The guests were actually able to sort of walk around without being bothered by people, which I thought was really nice. But it was just, I had such a great time, and I'm really hoping that they do another one next year, and I will hopefully definitely be there, because I would really want to go again. Like, it was so great. But yeah, let me know your ClexaCon thoughts below in the comments or on Twitter. I am at ClefNotes. Next time, or for any con, I really need to bring business cards with like my handle on them or something. But you can find me on Twitter at ClefNotes, on my blog, clefnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, or on their Snapchat, thenerdygirlexp, and I post recipes on the iZombieSport website, iZombieSport.com. Bye, internet people.